It's only a matter of time.
You did?
No problem. I gave up everything on a chance. Somebody lied. Gave you too many damn chances.
You know what?
Okay, what's going on there?
I was in the shower. I heard gunshots. I think my wife shot herself.
And I ran out there and seen her laying there going, so I called you guys immediately.
He's got scratches and blood all over him. And he said that he was in the shower. He's not wet at all.
I knew that something was wrong, that she had accidentally got shot, but I didn't know where.
Who do you think accidentally shot her?
Not me.
These are moments when killers are the first to arrive at the crime scene. And this is just one of 4 cases we'll be covering in this video. Starting with this killer who hoped the police wouldn't look too closely.
Is she sleeping?
Yes.
Is it Dorothy? Okay, step back. Step back. She's gonna do. Stop! Stop! Resist! Stop!
In the early morning hours of November 14, 2022 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a concerned caller tells 911 that 75-year-old Dorothy Douglas is inside her home with an aggressive roommate with possible mental health issues and may be in danger. Officer Darius Wade responds to the home and is greeted by the roommate, 31-year-old Isreal Webb, whose strange behavior immediately puts him on edge.
And after you. You said you gotta make sure you got an animal or something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
As Officer Wade enters the cluttered apartment, Isreal grabs a brake rotor and follows him inside. The average weight of a brake rotor is 10 to 15 pounds and could easily be used as a deadly weapon.
What, this one?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that for?
Oh no, to block the door and it swings open.
Ah, gotcha. You wanna just knock on the door for me?
Rocky? She's laying on her bed.
Dorothy!
20 foot.
Where's your bed at?
Is it in there?
After you. You got any lights here?
Yeah.
You got the lights on?
I guess you can pay a bill.
Oh. Hey, you just go in there for me?
Yeah, no.
What do you mean?
She's right here.
Cautious of Israel's suspicious behavior, Officer Wade asks him to go into the bedroom first. He's been under the impression that Dorothy is inside, but Israel has a shocking surprise in store.
Oh! She's right here? Dorothy? Is she sleeping?
Yes.
Okay. How long has she been sleeping for?
Since 6.
What's the bag for?
She wets the bed.
She wets the bed. You gotta cover it like that.
Because of your rain, we'll open the window and stuff.
Okay, you pull the cover back for me?
Okay.
Why is she covered up like that, her face?
She's sleeping.
Alright, just step back for me. Is it Dorothy? Miss Dorothy? Why don't you got flowers and stuff on her like that? Okay, step back. Step back.
She's dead, sir.
What do you mean she's dead?
She's dead. I was going to call her relatives in the morning.
Okay. Put your hands up.
The phone's in my room.
Put your hands up.
All right.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
After pulling back the covers, Officer Wade finds Dorothy deceased with fake flowers placed on her body. Officer Wade then detains Isreal, who has already committed a crime by failing to report a death. But it turns out he had a very good reason to not want any interactions with police. There's a warrant for his arrest for failing to appear on 3 counts of disorderly conduct.
Turn around, don't even look at me. Hands behind your back. You're looking at me. Don't do that. Why are you looking? No, you're not gonna get shot, but you looking at me like that is kind of making me nervous.
234 North
Stop looking at me.
Lower.
Don't do that. I'm telling you. Stop looking at me. You're gonna get tased. You hear me? Just letting you know. Don't do that. Alright? I got a taser right now.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Okay.
Alright? Alright? No.
Please should.
No.
Her relatives. Call her relatives. Call her relatives, please.
Don't. Make that little squad 1017, please.
4537, Super Johnson responded 2348 North Booth in the lower 1017, 5372. Come work.
Don't move. Just don't move. Put your hands up.
60,
Because you're doing too much moving and you're making me nervous.
I'm first 60, sequel for that.
No. Just don't move.
Officer Wade calls for backup as Isreal makes disturbing pleas to be shot in the face. He commands Isreal to the ground, but an already combustible situation is about to explode.
On the ground. On the ground? On the ground? On your stomach? No, on your stomach. Sir, on your stomach. Okay, you're doing too much.
Okay, don't take it.
No, you're gonna get to this.
Okay, I'm down.
Put your hands behind your back, now. Hands behind your back. Behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your other hand behind your back.
What was the address again?
Your other hand behind your back.
5348
Sir,
North Booth in the lower.
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Put your hand behind your back. Your other hand. Yep, put it behind your back. Don't move. What you gonna do? Stop! Stop resisting! Stop! 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 Give me another squad here now! Sir! Stop! You will be shot!
Just as Isreal is about to be handcuffed, he grabs a 2-foot-long metal pipe and begins attacking Officer Wade, whose body falls off in the ensuing struggle. As they fight for possession of the weapon, he continues his pleas to be shot.
Drop the pole!
Right now.
Drop the pole! Drop the pole!
Right now.
Drop the pole!
Right.
Drop
Do it now. Come on, right
Sir.
now. Please.
the pole!
Head, come on.
Now I'm gonna have to shoot
Right in
you.
the head. Right in the head, come on. Do it, please. Come on, you don't know what I see. Do it.
Sir,
Do it.
drop the
Do
pole.
it, you don't know what I see. Do it.
Sir,
Right in the fucking face, man.
the pole.
Right in the face, come on. Come on.
drop the
Come
pole.
on. Right in the face, man, please.
Drop
Right in the face.
on the ground now.
Right in the face, come on.
On the ground.
Make it quick.
On the ground.
Please make it quick. Okay, don't take me.
Drop it! Drop it! Now!
A taser is deployed, but Isreal is barely phased. He continues doing whatever he can to provoke deadly force from Officer Wade.
Face.
Drop it!
Right in the face.
Drop it!
Right in the face.
Drop it!
Right in the face, come on.
Drop it!
You gotta do it, man. Right in the
Drop
face. Right in the face.
the weight now!
Right in the face.
Drop the weight!
Right in the face.
Drop the weight!
Right in the face.
Drop the weight! Subject is at gunpoint. I'm in that squad.
Officer Wade continues his commands as backup finally arrives.
We are on the road.
Give me your hand!
Check that room.
I got it. Someone get medical now. Call for medical.
As Isreal raises the metal pipe and continually reaches for Officer Wade's gun, he's shot 3 times in the chest and arm. After being treated for his injuries, he's charged with felony battery to a law enforcement officer resisting arrest, 2 counts of bail jumping, and first-degree murder. In a letter, Chief Deputy DA Kent Lovern said Officer Wade's use of force was justified. But while some killers panic in the moment, this man planned ahead, creating a perfect alibi, only to realize that his own wife had been recording his every move.
Too many chances, man. Too many.
On the morning of April 7, 2018 in Palm Coast, Florida, 36-year-old Keith Johansen calls 911 with a horrifying story. He heard gunshots while in the shower and then found the body of his 25-year-old wife, Brandy Salenza.
County 911, where's your emergency?
Yes, may I have an officer over at 23 Felter Lane?
23 what?
Felter Lane.
Felter?
Yes.
Okay, what's going on there?
I was in the shower. I heard gunshots. And I took my wife's shower.
Officers arrive and find Brandy's lifeless body in a bedroom. She's been shot twice in the chest, just feet away from her young child who was sitting quietly watching TV. But how does a victim who has taken their own life, as Keith claims his wife did, shoot themselves twice? Police will soon be wondering the same thing.
Relax, man, relax. So you got in the shower. How long were you in the shower, what you said?
Maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes, all right.
And I heard boom, boom, but I thought it was a balloon.
How many shots did you hear?
2.
You heard 2?
And I thought it was a balloon at first. Then I heard the secondary shot. And I ran out there and seen her laying there going, so I called you guys immediately.
Keith again claims he heard the gunshots while in the shower before finding Brandy fighting for her life. But unfortunately for him, police are about to see right through his poorly acted performance.
Yeah.
He's not wet.
No.
He said he was in the shower.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that thing is the shower is underneath his shirt.
Under her shirt? Where?
The casing.
It's like right at the foot of the bed, right?
Dude, he's got scratches and blood all over.
Yeah.
And he said that he was in the shower. He's not wet at all.
Police question why Keith isn't wet if he just got out of the shower like he claims. They also notice multiple scratches on his body, which could be defensive wounds caused in a possible struggle with Brandy. But as the investigation begins to unfold, police find a series of security cameras inside the home that reveal disturbing insights into the couple's private life.
It's only a matter of time. So much. You're threatened. You can spend the rest of your days in an institution. I can throw you there tomorrow. You did? No problem. You can push a person to either beat or kill you because you're... I won't get me out of here. Or who you been waking up? I want to just hurt you and be safe. God does deserve it. Jack, too many damn chances, man. Too many. Show a cop these videos. I would rather be in prison.
And the very night before her death, a sobbing Brandy was subjected to hours of her husband's verbal abuse for the very last time. Keith is brought down to the station for questioning, where he tries his best to convince detectives that his wife's death was all a horrible accident.
Then about 3 minutes later, I heard pop. You know, I was like, what the heck? You know what I mean? So I just thought, oh, it was a fucking balloon. Then I heard a pop, pop. You know, just, you know, that's how it went. Pop, pop. And I was like, something's wrong. Went out, slipped across the floor, was looking around. I didn't see her at first. And then I was like, what the heck, man? And I looked over and she was laying right there. Like this. And I was like, Brandy. Brandy! And at that point, there was no blood or nothing. I was like, Brandy, Brandy! And then I looked down and seen the guns, and I immediately called 911. I mean, immediately.
Keith tells detectives he called 911 immediately after finding Brandy, but leaves out a few crucial details, like how he frantically hid his narcotics while refusing to give his wife medical attention.
Are you applying pressure to that wound?
No, I can't reach her like that. I'm wet. I'm sliding on my floors.
You can't apply pressure.
I can't see it. Listen, I got wood floors and I'm sliding. I don't want to risk hurting her or possibly one of the guns going off too.
Okay, but you can't reach down to her and apply pressure on the gunshot wound.
No, I can't see it. No, I can't.
Okay.
There's too much stuff right here.
What stuff like?
Moves in.
Okay, I understand that. But there's no way for you to apply. What I'm trying to do is to see if there's any way to apply pressure to keep that wound from bleeding out.
I don't see no blood on the floor. I just see blood on her shirt.
His excuse is that he's wet and doesn't want to slip on the wood floors and hurt her further, an excuse the 911 operator clearly doesn't buy.
Are there any security cameras installed in your bedroom?
Not in the bedroom, no.
Not in the bedroom.
And the rest of them don't work. They're offline because the batteries are off.
Hypothetically speaking, did they record audio and video?
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Okay.
And we just had them up.
When did those get installed?
We installed them ourselves.
Okay, you guys installed them?
We just did it, I don't know, a couple days ago.
Where were the cameras installed exactly?
One in the front, one in the back, one on the side. And this side's not, I haven't got one yet for that side.
Okay. You told somebody, what service are you using? Is it cloud-based or what?
I'm not even sure. They're so new. I believe.
Who are you paying? You paid somebody.
No.
So you don't pay any. Who'd you buy the cameras from?
Walmart.
Walmart. Do you know what brand they are?
R something?
Keith installed the cameras throughout the house, including the bathroom, in an effort to control every aspect of his wife's life. But when asked about them by detectives, he begins flailing for answers and gives them every reason in the book for not having access to the footage.
So in your extensive gun career,
I don't know about extensive, but...
Well, I mean, you're more familiar than she is. How often does it happen that somebody accidentally shoots themselves twice?
I don't know if she was shot once or twice. I don't know.
Well, you said it went off twice.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know. If she dropped the other one, it happens.
Sure.
I've never heard of it being like that unless you drop it.
Right.
Ballistics reports later show that one of the shots was fired at a distance and one from point-blank range, completely refuting Keith's story. Someone else simply must have pulled the trigger. But Keith's explanation for how this could have happened proves less than satisfactory to detectives, and they move into a much more aggressive phase of the interview.
As much as I want to believe that the guns fell and went off and shot her, what we have at the scene just doesn't show that. So I want to keep our relationship open and honest, and I want to be able to respect you, and I want to be able to preserve the love that you have for Brandy, and I also want to give Brandy the justice that she deserves, and I think we need to have a harder conversation.
Go for it.
Is there any chance at all that something different happened that you have not told us?
None. Because that's what happened. I got no reason to lie, you guys.
What we have at the scene
Okay.
does not add up to what you're telling us. I want to believe you. I do. And I want to keep this relationship going that we have so that it's not difficult for you. I don't want to add to the trauma that you've already gone through. I really
it's
don't.
all gonna be difficult.
Well, yes, but you can make it easier for yourself. We cannot.
Sure.
But this is your opportunity to help yourself and to lay it all out for us, because there's a backstory. This isn't the story.
This is the story. And I'll get a lawyer and I will prove that this is the real story.
Detectives give Keith every chance to confess, but he instead tells them to ask his stepson what happened. Unfortunately for him, it's a perfect opportunity to tell him that they've already done exactly that, and he won't like the results.
Ask Rylan. I mean, that's all that happened.
We did ask him.
Okay.
And you know what he told us? Do you want to know?
Yeah, because I wasn't up. So.
He told us that he heard his mom scream.
I heard no screams. At all. None.
Why would he make that up?
Ask him.
Is he a liar?
He has been known to tell fibs, yes.
Does he tell you on the regular that his mom screamed in the bedroom?
No.
Has he ever told you that his mom screamed and it was a lie?
No, not screaming, but he lies about a bunch of other different things. You can ask his real father, and he'll tell you that too.
When told that his stepson has already refuted his story, Keith's response is to call him a liar. And once he begins to feel cornered, Keith becomes defensive. But detectives' efforts to calm him only make him dig in even deeper.
You guys can try to pin whatever you want on me. She didn't scream.
Listen, dude, nobody's trying to pin anything on you.
I'm just telling you what I heard, man. That's it. What I heard, what I seen. I mean, if you're trying to pin something on me, why would I have called 911?
You have a conscience. That's why. You love your wife. That's why.
So why would...
Shit happens in the heat of the moment. You're not a bad person. You're not a fucking monster.
No. I would never do anything like that.
Accidents happen.
I feel kind of offended. I feel really offended that you guys can try to pin an accident on me.
No.
Oh, I thought that's what you were getting at with it.
Not at all. If an accident happened, we are more than willing to listen to that. But what I'm telling you is what you're conveying as the accident that happened isn't the accident that happened. If something else happened that was accidental, we could lay that out and I would be happy to listen to it. I am not saying that you're a murderer. I am not saying that you're a bad person, but what I am saying is with my training, my experience, and the crime scene, the accident that you're laying out isn't the one that happened.
No, it's hard.
It's very hard.
I know it is. Okay.
And, I can't tell you something that I don't know. I'm not gonna make up stuff.
During the trial, part of Keith's defense was the possibility that Brandy's 6-year-old son murdered his own mother. The jury didn't buy it, and they deliberated for 3 short hours before finding him guilty of first-degree murder.
Guilty as charged as the crime of first-degree murder.
Keith was sentenced to life in prison without parole. On his prison pen pal page, Keith calls himself kind of an awesome hippie and claims to be the leader of a prison rock band. Keith thought a weak alibi was enough to fool investigators, but the next proves that even when a killer goes to extreme lengths, the truth always comes out.
Everyone in that house was shot in the head. Except for you.
On June 15, 2021 in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 20-year-old college student and former Eagle Scout Alexander Jackson calls police with a terrifying tale. He tells police that an intruder broke into his home and killed his parents Jan and Melissa and his younger sister Sabrina with a family gun before shooting him in the foot and fleeing the scene. But when law enforcement comes to investigate the gruesome scene, they'll quickly see that the story Alexander is spinning isn't quite adding up.
One County Sheriff's Emergency emergency. Someone broke into our house. Our address is 4414 Oak Leaf Court, Northeast. I've been shot. My other family member's been shot. I need help immediately.
Okay, hold on just a second. Are they still there?
No, they left.
They left? Did they come inside the house?
Yeah.
Okay, where were you shot at?
Downstairs.
No, on your body. On your body, where have you been shot?
Foot.
I'm sorry, where? In your foot? Alex, does that help come in, okay? Just stay on the line with me and don't hang up, okay? The number I have is
I think I spooked.
You think what? You're doing just fine, Alex. Just stay on the line with me. What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Okay. This person that you saw in your house, did they leave out the back door?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the time delay? How long ago was this?
I don't know.
Okay.
911 dispatch tries to get as much information as possible from the injured Alexander. But when officers arrive on scene and gain entry to the house, they discover a truly horrifying scene.
Police department! Where are you at? What's that?
We got contact with a blood subject in the house. Talking to him. Alright, wait, okay. Right there.
You down here by yourself?
There's a subject down. Moving away. We got ammo out here. Started number 52.
Justin. You guys are supposed to Corey and Justin be upstairs. Justin.
Who's this down here?
Hey. Who are you?
Is that your dad?
What happened?
What happened? He came down. There was a man.
Who shot your... Who else is here?
My sister.
She's back?
Yeah, she's in her room.
Is she okay?
I
Upon arrival, officers find the back door of the home open and a wounded Alexander inside. They also find his 61-year-old father, Jan, who had been shot 5 times, including twice in the head. And after finding a .22 caliber rifle lying on the floor, they now begin the search of the rest of the house. But they have no idea what horror awaits them.
Brown, you go help Kaczynski, and then we'll take the upstairs. I want to start here. You want to hold it? Police department! Sound off if you're here! Police department! Yeah, I got a garage back here. I'm gonna check the garage. Police department! I knew it.
I think this door might connect, so I'm gonna open it just so you guys know. Alright?
Okay.
CRPD! Bradley! Alright. Good.
Upstairs, police find Alexander's 68-year-old mother, Melissa, dead in her bedroom, shot twice in the head. They then find the body of his 16-year-old sister, Sabrina, in her bedroom, shot in the chest and head.
You're going to
shell casings right here.
Okay.
We have confirmed all 3.
Yeah.
His daughter in the back.
Yeah. We're just going to need a lift assist on the male that's injured. The other 3 at DOA.
Medical personnel is called to attend to Alexander, but it's far too late for his family. They're pronounced dead on the scene. But at the hospital, Alexander soon finds himself the subject of intense scrutiny by detectives and is faced with evidence showing that no one else could have been involved in the crime but him.
When we stepped out, we talked to our coworkers. They were up at your house. They visited your house, and they visited the neighborhood, and Alex, the reality is there's not any evidence that anyone else was over at your house. It's okay. It's okay. Alex, do you want to tell us what happened? What really happened?
We're not here to judge you at all. Like I said,
I went downstairs. And the man was there. My father. I got shot. I think he left. Alex, that's not what the evidence is showing. What do you mean? Like I said, if there had been a person there would be some evidence that he showed up. There would also be evidence that he left. Because he's not there now. And there is no evidence of that.
Alexander learns that there's simply no evidence backing up his story. He claims that a black man dressed in black committed the murders, but footage from the family's security camera shows no one but police entering the home. And despite the struggle he claims took place, only the family's DNA is found in the home and only his finger and palm prints are on the rifle. Detectives now make it clear that only one person could have murdered Alexander's family, and that's Alexander himself.
the person that hurt your family was the center.
Who? It's not me.
You didn't hurt your family?
No, I would never. I wouldn't.
Alexander proved his commitment to staging the crime scene by shooting himself in the foot, but unwittingly gave himself away by doing so in his own bedroom. His bloody footprints exit the room but don't enter, suggesting he was shot there instead of during a struggle in the basement. But what could the motive possibly have been for Alexander to carry out these gruesome acts? The answer is simple. He didn't want to move out of the house.
I need support yourself right now. How much support yourself?
Financially.
Yeah. Who pays for your Chick-fil-A? Well, my parents. That's 20 years old. Yeah. You had a conversation with your dad about you needing to go find a job. Recently. It's easy to what did he tell you? Well, that's just probably your job.
I'm okay with the fact that you have been completely honest about this, and you haven't.
Do you want our report to reflect that there was a guy in your house that there's no evidence of?
Well, yeah, of course there's a guy in my house.
Listen to me. Do you want us to write down in the report that there was a guy in your house, that there's no video of them ever showing up or leaving? Do you want us to put that down? Or do you want to give us some sort of an explanation that makes sense?
I want the guy
for why this happened. When's the first time you thought about this scenario?
I didn't do it. Okay? I would never hurt my family. They are important to me. I love them.
We're going to continue to confront you with the inconsistencies, okay? And that's why it just gets to the point where it's like, when is it time to just, you know what I mean? You shot yourself in the foot. Because you have to shoot yourself in the foot.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, but yeah, you wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to do that either. But you have to, because how can everybody else?
Why would I do something like this?
To make it look like smooth. You should have kicked the door to make it. Well, I'm just saying, or at least ransack the house. And you're probably going wishing you would have now.
The evidence against Alexander is overwhelming, yet after being released from the hospital and brought in for questioning the same day, he continues to stand by his story.
You still think someone was there? Yeah. Do I know someone was there? Okay, how did they get out? I can't really remember. Probably the door they came in, or
But they didn't.
There should be 3 counts of first-degree murder.
Alexander is charged and pleads not guilty to 3 counts of first-degree murder.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Alexander Jackson, guilty of the offense of murder in the first degree.
He's found guilty and given 3 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. While Alexander played the victim perfectly, the next suspect played himself after accidentally admitting to the crime before realizing his mistake.
I'm like, give me that gun. What is you doing? Stop trying to scare me.
So when you grabbed it, went off?
She yanked. I grabbed it and she yanked back. And the gun went off.
On Valentine's Day, 2019, 43-year-old Christopher Jones calls 911 dispatch in Beaumont, Texas, begging for help. Earlier in the day, his 38-year-old wife, Olivia Jones, was buying him flowers for the holiday, but now she's been shot in the head and is dying before his very eyes.
I'm on 911. What is the address of your emergency?
Olivia! Please, hurry. I want to take the gun.
Tell me what's going on.
I'm at home. My wife been shot in the head. Please.
Somebody shot in the head.
My wife, please! Please!
Tell me, where is she shot?
In the head!
Okay, where in the head?
Take it and it went off.
Okay.
Officers arrive on scene and a panicked Christopher leads them to Olivia, but it's far too late. She's found face down on the bedroom floor and barely breathing. She's been shot in the back of the head and the bullet has exited through her left eye. Facts that totally contradict Christopher's version of events.
What happened? We had a disagreement. And I say, baby, if you're not working with me, you're working against me. I say, we've been doing this. My 19-year-old stepdaughter was 8. My 11-year-old was 1. I say, Olivia, we can't get it together. We can't be together. We got several bleeds. And I say, I just want a divorce. And her reaction was, she got the gun? I said, give me the gun. She like, I don't remember which hand. I'm like, give me that gun. What is you doing? Stop trying to scare me. I took it.
So when you grabbed it, went off?
She yanked. I grabbed it and she yanked back. And the gun went off. The gun went off.
Christopher claims that in the heat of an argument, Olivia raised a gun to her head and threatened to end her life. But when tried to grab it, the gun somehow fired during the ensuing struggle.
Mr. Butler, I got help.
No. You don't need to go in there, okay?
Is she alive?
Yeah, she is.
She is.
Got him.
Is she alive, Mr. Butler? Please don't tell me she's alive if she's not.
Yeah, when I saw her, she was.
She was talking?
She wasn't talking.
Is she breathing?
It looked like she was breathing, yeah.
Ooh, good.
Don't go in there, sir.
Please.
Sir, I need you to stay right here with me, okay? And calm down.
Christopher seems strangely concerned when he hears that Olivia is still alive and takes a particular interest in whether she's able to speak. She passes soon after, but thanks to home security cameras, her secrets don't die with her.
Look on the floor. Look on the floor, right? Look on the floor. Look on the floor. Look on the floor. Look on the... Why is that like that? I'm not paying attention. Put my hand.
Okay, please.
We wasn't worried about the son of a bitch a minute ago. That's your mother. Look at me like that, bitch. I'm not playing with you, lazy. You want to do something, not enough? Give it here. You got all the goddamn answers. You don't do a goddamn thing around this. Right. This your ass, bitch. That's clean dish. That's clean.
I didn't want to. They fell on the floor, so I didn't want to reuse them.
You look at it. You don't pay attention what the you doing. You all over the place, Olivia. You ain't got the chance to claim your food on the wall. Who you bringing now?
Me.
Harriet don't live here. It's you. It'll always be you. Life would be so much easier for me if you start thinking. You do dumb because you don't think.
Cameras installed throughout the house give investigators insight into the couple's disturbing home life, including the extreme verbal abuse Olivia was subjected to. But when brought to the police station for questioning, Christopher has a different way of describing his behavior.
I am very particular. If you heard that, that's true. I am very particular. You strive for the best for people. I work really hard, and I don't make excuses for myself, and I don't accept excuses for anybody else.
What did you say?
Really? You serious? Really? This is not going to solve anything.
Okay.
You know, this is not, you do not want to do that. Put that freaking gun down before you make a mistake and hurt yourself. She was crying.
Christopher again claims that Olivia threatened to end her life during an argument, but detectives must know by now that Christopher's clearly hiding something, especially when it appears his home security footage has been tampered with. At 8:41 a.m., Olivia is shown following Christopher off screen, but then the footage suddenly jumps 3 minutes to 8:44 a.m., and Christopher makes his panicked call to 911. What happened during these 3 minutes? When asked, Christopher claims to be clueless.
We're still trying to pull up these videos here, okay? Why would there be no recordings on that? I don't know. It should be. Everybody that went in that house should be on it. But like I said, the internet, you can go through days and it pretty much does it. We shouldn't have bought that. You just keep, like, you can pick whatever day you want and it's never going to be consistent. That's why I said it was a waste of money.
Well, I'm wanting desperately to find some video on here that corroborates what you're telling us, but almost all the videos start right after this event happened.
Now go ahead and do my initial pause it. Give me the okay. And I go. I'm sorry.
You're good.
No, you're good.
I don't the chair.
I'm sorry. You're fine.
I like the chair, man.
I'm reliving it.
You are.
I'm reliving it.
So she should be shot in the back of her right head.
Did you feel me twist your? Did you feel me twist?
Back here.
Did you feel me twist your? I twisted.
Christopher attempts to demonstrate to detectives how he tried to disarm Olivia, but the nature of her injuries completely refute his version of events. And when detectives speak with those closest to Olivia, including her sister Angela, they learn that Christopher seemed to them like an aggressive and controlling husband.
She can't talk on the phone after a certain time. He controlled the finances. He never wanted to be in the presence of her family. Family reunions, anything, he never came. But she would have to step off, and when he would call, and all you could hear was him screaming and yelling on the phone. His character is agitation. Like, his character is to be aggressive. I just don't get it. Because all she wanted, my sister was the married type. All she wanted was to be loved. Yeah. She loved love. Like, she loved her babies. She wanted to live for her babies.
Detectives also talked to Christopher's ex Letitia, who details a very similar pattern of abuse she herself barely escaped.
It was just like a constant fight. Like, he strangled me, choked me out, drugged me through the house. My skin was missing off my back. One time he bit my hand. He had this bite marks in my hand. This was what it was.
Olivia's daughter, Ariel, says that her stepfather's abuse became so bad, her mother was practically brainwashed.
One time they were arguing and I heard her say she couldn't breathe. I would see bruises on her. It broke her down to the point where she believed what he said.
With so much evidence mounting against him in the interrogation room, detectives urged Christopher to finally start being truthful with them.
I look guilty.
No.
I'm not deleting those videos. I look guilty.
Not if you say right now, what you just said a while ago. I freaked out. I panicked. I did some stuff I shouldn't have done. Is that one of them?
Yes.
How many did you delete?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just afraid of being blamed for something I didn't do something that looks really bad on me.
While he admits to deleting the video, he claims it was only because he was afraid of being blamed for something he didn't do. But his efforts would have the exact opposite effect. Christopher is charged and found guilty of first-degree murder. He's sentenced to 30 years in prison in exchange for waiving his right to appeal.